It takes the life out of us.
What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So Valentine's Day is approaching and this is apparently the month of love. And so I thought I would do a video on how you can be happy single. I've been single pretty much all my life. I mean, I definitely dated people, but I'm mostly a single gal, and honestly, I really enjoy my single life. I'm very happy being single, so I thought I would share with you how you can be happy being single as well. How you can take care of yourself, love yourself, have a fun-ass time, be a fun gal, how you do not need to be desperate for a boyfriend or a girlfriend to fulfill you or make you happy or make your life magical. Like, you don't need anyone to do that for you. You can do that yourself. And isn't that great? Because you can't leave yourself. Like, you know, you're always gonna have that if you learn how to do it. Okay, the first thing that I feel like everyone needs to realize, and it's so true, is that if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling in like desperate need of someone else's love and affection, then that's a really, really good indicator that you desperately need your own self-love and self-worth and acceptance and all of that. You basically need to work on yourself. If you were perfectly mentally, emotionally, physically healthy, which no one is by the way, so don't feel bad about it, you wouldn't feel this like desperate need to have someone that's gonna love you and accept you. You need to do that yourself first. And also your relationships are gonna be so much healthier and happier when you accept yourself and when you love yourself and set boundaries for how other people can treat you, and you can't do that if you don't have self-worth. And so that is the first thing you need to realize. The first step to solving a problem is to admit that you have one. So that's where we're gonna start. Okay, now that we admitted that we have a problem and we wanna heal it, you need to make it like a priority to focus on yourself, to invest all of the energy that you usually invest in other people and in just this idea of a boyfriend or girlfriend and obsessing with a person. You're gonna invest all of that energy to yourself. You're gonna give all of that time and affection and love to yourself. And that's honestly amazing. Also, I know that a lot of people feel selfish doing this, but honestly, this is your life and you need to learn to love yourself first. Like, I know that's so cliche, but honestly, you're gonna be with yourself all your life. This is your home, you know? And also your relationships are gonna be so much healthier and happier when you love yourself, as I already said. So basically, do the things that you love and learn how to spend time by yourself. So some of the things that you can do, these are just suggestions. Obviously, not everyone's gonna be interested in this, but these are some of my favorites. The first one is to take yourself on a date. So plan a date for yourself. Think about what you would want your partner to do for you and do those things for yourself. So if you dream of having a date on the beach, go do that by yourself. Bring a bunch of good food and good music, a book, and just have a cute little date by yourself. I love this. Okay. You can also go on a short trip. You can pretend that you're a tourist in your hometown. This one's so fun, and you realize how many things you like haven't even noticed in your town because like you just didn't pay attention. And you just see the beauty in a lot of things that you didn't even see before. So that one's great. The next one is to try a hobby that you've always wanted to try. So it can be like doing YouTube videos. It can be freaking roller skating. I don't know, whatever you're interested in. And the next one is to learn something new. Whatever you've always wanted to learn about, whether it's World War II or veganism, or I don't know, whatever you're interested in. You can also go to a cafe by yourself, or you can go to a gallery, museum. Again, anything that you're interested in. This is gonna be different for everyone, but just maybe write down a bunch of things that you wanna do by yourself that you've always wanted to do, but you were kind of scared to go alone. The next one is to focus on your health, your emotional, your physical, mental health. And a really good way to start, I think, is to start with learning how to love yourself and learning about self-worth. And so I personally, as I've already mentioned about a billion times, really like this book. It's called Shadows Before Dawn by Teal Swan. It's basically a guide to self-love and self-worth, and there's a bunch of cool exercises in here that you can do. Honestly, I was a different person after going through this whole entire book, and I owe this book so much. I can't even tell you, like, I was such a mess before I did this. And during reading it, or after reading it, I just realized how much I care about myself. I never even thought about like taking the time for myself before, or, you know, focusing on how I feel. Like, that to me was just like, didn't even cross my mind. You know, I focused a lot of my energy on other people and how they're feeling, and I never really took the time to really care about myself. And I feel like now I really am my own best friend, and I did not feel that before reading this book at all. So this is not sponsored at all. But if you want to start your self-love, self-worth journey and you have no idea how, I really recommend this book. Okay, this one is really, really helpful and also kind of fun. And it's to write down why you want a relationship and what you want your partner to give you. And then when you have that list, look at it and find ways of how you can give those things to yourself. So for example, if one of the reasons of why you want a boyfriend is to, I don't know, like comfort you when you're feeling sad and listen to you when you're going through tough times, find out a way of how you can do that yourself. So one of the ways can be that, I don't know, when you're feeling sad, you just take the time to yourself to like really feel it and acknowledge it and accept the sadness and be like, okay, I'm here with you, Nika. I know that you're sad and I know it sucks, but it's gonna get better. And just like treat yourself how you would want someone else to treat you when you're going through a horrible time. And just, you know, brainstorm ideas of how you can give yourself what you want your partner to give you. The next one is to not only invest in yourself, but also in the relationships that you already have. So invest your time in your friends and family, learn how to be a better friend, spend more time with them if, you know, that's something that you want to do. Just focus on the relationships and the love that you already have. It just makes sense that instead of focusing on this magical relationship, your fantasy of what you want and desperately just need right now, to focus on yourself, to spend all that energy on yourself and the love that you already have from other people. Like, it just makes so much sense, and it's also enjoyable. Like, it's not, you know, a bad thing. You're gonna feel so much better. Okay, the second to last one I also actually learned in this book, and it's to change your beliefs. So you can do this about anything in your life, but staying on this topic, you probably have some pretty horrible beliefs, like there's no one out there for me, I'm never gonna be in a happy relationship, things like that. And so my suggestion would be to write those down, and then next to them write down what you would rather believe. And so one of them can be really simple and just like, I know that I'm going to be in a happy, healthy relationship. And then make it a priority to, like, whenever, for example, you think about, oh, I'm never going to have a freaking healthy relationship, this is so horrible, blah blah blah, be like, no, you know what, I'm gonna have a freaking healthy, happy relationship. And maybe repeat that a few times and start thinking about it. Like, yeah, of course I can have that. Why not, you know? I'm an amazing freaking person, and I know that there's a partner out there for me, but I need to take care of myself first, or something like that. Just whatever makes you feel good. And then my last tip is to go out there, meet new people. And this doesn't have to be like go on dates. If you don't want to do that, you can meet new friends. You can go to gigs or bars, or to, I don't know, poetry readings, like whatever you're interested in, and just invest your time in some new people and new conversations, new ways of looking at life, you know, because everyone's different. You can learn from everyone. And if you want to, you can totally go on dates, of course, if that's something that you want to do. And if you feel that you're ready for that, go ahead, have fun. But don't go into it feeling desperate and already fantasizing about how this person is going to be the love of your life and whatever you think about, because you haven't even met them yet, or you don't even know them that well yet. So why would you invest so much time and energy into someone that might be a pretty horrible person? And so when you are on a date, instead of just thinking about how that person feels about you and what they think about you and you trying to impress them, think about how you feel. For example, if they say something that upsets you, instead of focusing on how you can just come across that this didn't hurt you, focus on how they made you feel. And I think that's just a very nice and healthy way to look at dates, to just give people a chance, listen to what they have to say, try to get to know them, but mainly just focus on how you feel when you're next to them, because that's the most important thing, and you're gonna do great. Okay, that's everything I want to say. This video is so long, but I hope it was helpful and enjoyable to watch. And I just really hope that you can learn how to be happy single, because honestly it is, it's amazing. And I hope you know, work on your self-love and self-worth, because it's so fulfilling and healthy and amazing. And yeah, I'm gonna go now. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I'm gonna see you soon. Bye!